fix everything.
Yeah, we don't have to.
They
that's
shoot
the-
your eye with a laser and hope that it works.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, because they're really
It's
trying to
parking is in the back.
reshape
Like the
the
rubber
leg.
bones.
No, you're good. All right.
Yeah.
stuff, like the muscles on the limbs, and just,
I'm not sure of all the mechanics, but yeah,
it's
it's,
kind of wild.
that's some friends with that stuff.
That's wow. The things we grew up thinking couldn't be done.
No, I know. It's like, they're like, one of my friends is the head of sports medicine.
You gotta really share.
So like,
I'm glad.
usually considered a check.
Oh, yeah.
The bathrooms will be around this corner.
With military and sports, but there's always progress
I can't find.
on medicine.
That's what I'm saying, because that's people always, because that's where people always dump their money. That's, yeah, no, I'm with you.
As soon as I walk away. I should have brought mine to play with.
Martial arts.
Yeah, you're not gonna be messing with the.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I used to coach. That gymnastics. So I had to learn to coach. Then
All the time.
oh, like, well, gymnastics.
Were you doing like backflips and somersaults and stuff?
I think I couldn't do it without you. I'm crazy. I can do all the other stuff. Hanging on stuff. Youngster. But no, the big continue.
What, a minute for me?
That's cool.
Terrence, just keep an eye on this. So you, I'll keep the phone.
Anybody comes in,
Talk to Mr. Petty.
Okay.
Down one, he's helpful, yes, you got that.
I'm not telling Thursday, but we'll be.
I can see.
When you do that, I ain't on my meeting. Well, that's not until 5:30. It's kind of quick.
I know he is.
I'm just like.
Yeah, I just saw it. Well, yeah. He usually read like. Up to like early on. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Never seen it. We sitting right here.
So you say you get over that shit?
I'm Rob.
They're over at.
Hello, Tracy.
We get it to you.
No,
man.
I see the old guy there. Oh, what you man?
I have one.
Oh, we just sitting right now?
Yeah. You can sit.
Rob, no, you're good. That's good. Oh, I got the foundation.
All right.
Right.
One other thing.
A lot of music.
All right, everyone, we're gonna start the meeting just so we can stay on schedule and get you guys kind of in and out, so you can finish the rest of your day. Yeah. If you don't know, let's get a little closer. If you don't know me, I am the president of the Alumni Broadcasting Association, which was started in 2016. By me, Q, and then there's two other people, and then Shonda as well, along with Murphy Baba too, and I'll let you do a small intro.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very small intro. So I, with Alumni Broadcast Association, we connect with a lot of partners and just provide opportunities for students to have hands-on media experiences, but we also partner with other people, like Seth is one of our partners, so he focuses on like a lot of agricultural things, jiu-jitsu, practicing, just, they do a lot as well. Look at this son, keep doing his thing. So I'm gonna introduce Miss Townsend, and then we'll just go around, say your name, first and last name, your organization, what you're looking for, and then we'll jump right back into the meeting.
All right, so good afternoon. My name is Ms. Townsend. I am the multimedia teacher at McKinley Classical Leadership Academy High School. I'm also newly appointed to this lead role for all of SLPS multimedia pathways. So there should be some other teachers here. And they will introduce themselves as they go around. And so really it's about our partners. We want to hear from you to make certain that as a district, we're training our students so that they are properly prepared to go into production roles. And as some of you probably know that are in the industry, our governor last year signed, millions of dollars for film production companies to come to the state of Missouri and shoot some film, new productions. And we want to be that resource or that pipeline. And I think McKinley is unique in that we have the gifted middle school for St. Louis Public. So that makes us really unique to try to train students to go into that multimedia pathway. And the district is trying to build up our pipeline. So I invited my partners that have worked with me in my classroom, and we are hoping that everyone can kind of go forward. I'm really excited about a Department of Ed grant where McKinley was a semifinalist. And so some of our new partners will be here, I hope virtually. It looks like we only have one teacher that is online with us right now. But again, welcome. Our partner Creative Realities, they actually do the digital signage for like the zoo and Panera. So we have some Panera box lunches for you guys. And we hope to make this a long journey, and we hope to really build up our multimedia pathway. And I'm going to start off with our multimedia extraordinaire, who I take a lot of guidance from, Mr. Charlie Murphy. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning. All I can say is this is a dream come true. Doing all kind of things, but it's ultimately about storytelling and about telling the story and the backstory, and especially the truth. So the Alumni Broadcast Association is the dream. And we started that in 2016, I think. And being able to go back in the classroom when we need to and as we need to is critical. And that's what I live for.
How many years?
51 instead of
He's retired-ish, whatever,
Yes,
whatever you want to
exactly.
call it, because he won't stop moving. so
Exactly.
he's retired-ish. Shonda?
Hi guys, I'm Shonda. I work with ABA, and I do a lot of admin work. Besides that, I also work with Boy Media, and do admin work for him as well. And yeah, just taking notes.
I'm Seth Hamilton. I'm the CEO of Go International. We teach marketable skills to youth, primarily in East St. Louis. We've got 4 sites there. But we do, as Key mentioned, agriculture, we do martial arts, we have a foreign language school, we have entrepreneurship, we also do aviation, we've had art, coding, a number of other things, anything that's gonna help our kids not just catch up, but get ahead. And then they also get to put all of those together with international travel opportunities where our kids have traveled to 20 different countries around the world where they built up business relationships, learn how to bring resources into their community. And that their business not only support them, but other people around the world. So, and now we have this media component thanks to our partnership with ABA. It's really great for that. So, thank you.
Next, my name is Gabrielle Hayes. I am a North St. Louis native. I'm a correspondent for the PBS NewsHour. And I'm also the vice president of the National Association of Black Journalists here in St. Louis. The core mission of our work is to make sure not only we uplift current Black journalists, but to make sure we're investing in the future. And so that's why I'm here. I've worked with Ms. Townsend in her classroom with her kids who are hilarious. And so happy to be here to make some connections and to help young people get into a business that needs us, especially people of color, Black people.
I'm D. Smooth Shabazz. I'm career personality, TV personality.
I now have a media component because my partnership with ABA. So I work with the kids a lot, one of the things that I have going on. So more lately, I was the MC for the Battle Hall, so I got a chance to do that, bring some kids out for that. And I also work with key opponents in schools in the league and show. So.
Hi, I'm Tracy Dickey. I'm with Together Credit Union. I've also worked with Mrs. Townsend in her class. I specifically work more on I'm in marketing and a community impact team, building partnerships and bringing financial education to our youth. And topics besides financial education, we work with them on entrepreneurship and things like that. But also our credit union does have our media aspect for our marketing department and stuff too, that we can maybe help bring in as an option.
I'm Glenn Wolf, GlennWolf.com, Video Assistance Company is the name of my company. I'm awed by the people in this room, pretty awesome. I am connected with the community. I have had my own business. I've been in the business 38 years. Few dates you want to definitely mark down. March 15th is Once Films. Ms. Townsend had mentioned the film tax credit. Sign up right away. I just posted on LinkedIn. I've got 1,000 connections on LinkedIn. That tax credit is now, we now have a film representative for St. Louis. The folks, I started about in 2015, our mastermind group, which Charles is a member of. We are co-sponsoring that meeting with a company called STL Film Production. And that's pretty awesome because already there's 75 people signed up for it. Like I say, the film commission will be there. The Missouri film commissioners will probably be there. The union members will be there. Anyone who's in film or video production in St. Louis, or actually the Midwest, this is a regional event. It'll be down at Locust Street on Once Films. So you can see if you connect, I think you and I are connected on LinkedIn. If we're not, you should connect with me. You can actually sign up. It's on the meetup.com, STL Filmworks. I just was invited to, about 2 weeks ago, to tour the largest studio facility in the United States. Is right here in St. Louis, being built right now in Chesterfield, Missouri. So that specific this meeting facility has 5 humongous studios, humongous. The biggest studio is the size of a football field. They can hand 2 million pounds of truss, lighting, whatever type of gear. That's how large the studio is. I actually went out and took a tour of the facility. It's supposed to be finished in September or October of this year. And they will have a co-working space. I'm hoping that some of my mastermind members will rent some of that space out there for those studios. Because I told them that that's an opportunity for them. And I'm hoping to have a meeting out there, like I said, the last week of September, possibly early October. You guys are all welcome to visit our website, GlennWolf.com, GLENNWOLK.com. And then the last thing I want to mention is 2 months from now, May the 16th. I'm going to have my post NAB show. It's a regional show. I cover 500-mile radius around St. Louis, a dozen market cities. Oh, I wanted to mention with Gateway, with your alumni students, they're going to be hiring 100 people for that facility at Gateway Production Studios out in Chesterfield. 100 people, let alone internships will be plenty. So the alumni students with TriCaster experience and NDI, they're going to get a tremendous boost up above anyone else, because eventually that facility will be NDI if I have anything to say about it. That's everything I wanted to say. Thanks so much for your time.
Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Powell. I am the founder and CEO of BGG Foundation. It's a gaming nonprofit that helps students turn their passion for gaming into a career. We work with the industry, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Riot Games, now Epic Games, people that make Fortnite. They point to the foundation. We're able to point to the community. We do community-based events. We do tournaments, help kids get scholarships to pursue esports or if they want to career into the gaming industry. So, happy to be
My name is Constanta Boyd, CEO, owner of Boyd Media, small production company in St. Louis. Graduate from Roosevelt High School, and I usually specialize in documentaries, small stories, event-based videography, and I'm a cinematographer. And some people say it's pretty good. They heard. Hi, everybody. What's up? Hi, I'm Terrence Strong, media specialist. Pretty much got my hands in some of everything that has to do with media production, audio, photography, cinematography, pretty much it. Hands around all. If you need help, just reach out.
Yeah, you do a little bit.
Good afternoon. My name is Judith Sams, and I am the department chair for the CT department at Clyde Military Academy. And I'm also the business teacher, and I collaborate often with Ms. Townsend. And we have some of the same issues, which is why I'm here today. I was invited by your counselor to talk about transportation issues. So if we get on that, I'll be supportive of it.
Big factor.
I'm Sandra Holland, and I'm the business education teacher at the Shine Department Chair as well. And originally, some years ago, I was in that position.
like Mr.
Williams again, when I was teaching desktop publishing and along with Murphy here. And even after after I stopped teaching desktop publishing, I remained in connection with this group because they brought valuable things to the Shine. It was like a collaboration because they, needed the business management students. And right now, even with my collaboration with this group, I have a student who's doing an internship now with Robert Powell. And that's why I wanted to remain in this group because because of the connections and how you brought a connection to the Shine. So thank you, and I'm glad to be.
Thank you.
And then also, virtually, we have with us, Mr. Williams. He is, I don't know if can he talk? No.
Yeah, you can talk.
Do you want to speak, Mr. Williams? Oh, no.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, I'm in class right now, so I'm doing double duty. Sorry I couldn't make it to be a part of the event today, but yes, my name is Clifford Williams. I'm the graphic design instructor here at CVPA. Been here 11 years. Also been designing for about 30, so I'm happy to be a part of the event today.
Thank you. Next kind of on our agenda, we're just gonna talk briefly about the things that we've done this past year with our kids. So adding on Going International, Yelp, Voice of the Streets, BGG Foundation, even though we've been working together since 2016. And then also tacking on the TV network, which is going to be the first Black-owned TV station here in St. Louis, as far as I know. I manage this space along with 3 other people, and then we have a kind of rotating more people. So this will kind of be one of our hubs. We have a location downtown as well. If you know where the House of Soul is, we're upstairs in that building. And then we do partnerships with the National Blues Museum, the Fox, the Sheldon. We actually have production there tomorrow. So the kids are actually producing an educational show for different schools. I do have to watch my phone and stuff because people are calling. Just make sure it's no one that's trying to find the place. Last year, I believe we did about, I want to say between 100 and 120 projects that were hands-on student-based, whether that was them going out to do production for BGG. We do Juneteenth as well. So that includes live streaming, audio production. So like a full setup with speakers, training kids on audio engineering. So like the full boards that you see inside of, if you go to concerts and things like that, those things. What else is there? Our grant We got a grant from, Miss, who was it, do you remember? But who is it from? Who is it from?
State, basically.
Okay, we got a grant from the state, with help with, Representative Lakeisha probably, that helped pretty much support a lot of our freelancers as well, so we were able to pay our interns more, connect our youth and young adults with paid internships, partnerships. And then a goal for this year is just to increase that, to allow you guys space and opportunity to let me know what you need from us, so we can train our students to help and assist in the ways to benefit you all. Whether it's in the media field or not, it is important to document everything that you're doing. That's not going away, with that area. And then Ms. Townsend, do you want to cover things for?
Yeah, so it's very important for us as educators to kind of know what it is that the industry needs. So if you could, a couple of questions that I have, and we want to hear from you, the industry partners, what skills are most in demand, would you say that we need to work on, as well as those of you that have worked with our students? Do you feel that our curriculum adequately prepares them? What are some like must-haves that, you definitely are looking for those new employees that are coming to work in your production companies, when you're doing cinematography, even at the bank? I wanted Ms. Tracy to come because she's in bank, and bank covers all of that multimedia, the graphic design and all of that, and the soft skills. So in my classroom, I work a lot on the soft skills, and what is most valued there. And basically, we're looking for opportunities, internships, apprenticeships, job shadowing, all of that. We can be creative and think outside the box. So Ms. Holland is going to capture notes. So if we just want to kind of go around, we want to hear from you. And that's why we're meeting here today, to see how we, the educators that are in the room and online, how we can best prepare our students. One of our challenges, again, is transportation. So what are some ways we can meet that need? I know we can do virtually, we can have a virtual shadowing day, if that would be an option. We could have career days. Those are just some ideas I have, as well as, technology. That's a big piece I know on our end. So what are the software skills? I had the opportunity this past year to attend an Adobe conference, and it was totally awesome with all that AI is able to do. But these devices that we have in the district do not fully support them. So whatever you're using in the industry, even when it comes to the videography and all of that. So we just want to hear from you so we can capture it, and then maybe petition or advocate to the powers that be. Since the state is freely giving out money, maybe they can freely give out money to, SLPS to kind of build up our infrastructure to support, like you said, on March 15th. Maybe that's an opportunity for us as educators, and then even our students, to show up and say, hey, we want to be a part of the game as well too. So I turn it over to you. I don't want to do too much talking. And
you're fine. So moving into this new school year, technically our office hours will be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 2. So our students will have the opportunity to either come and work here, go work on sites. Any of our sites, just give us an advance notice. We would like at least 2 weeks so we can plan it out and give you, if you're looking for 5 or 10 or whatever that set number is, to give you enough time for scheduling. As mentioned, transportation is a really big thing when it comes to the kids, and we try to take care of those things or find a sponsor or donor to help support that area, but we don't know unless you guys tell us what you need to build those things out. Shonda is going to just list off a few of our partners, and then also a few schools that we currently work with. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was it.
So currently we work with Carnahan, Innovation, and these are all high schools. I don't know if there's middle schools with these things, but Innovation High School, McKinley, Roosevelt, Vashon, and Rittner. And then some partners, we have Yelp, Loyal Family or Cheers, and then the Sheldon, as she mentioned before, Mid-Coast Media, Go International, ITV Network, Blues Museum, she mentioned already, Hill Center for the Arts, Key Productions, the Willful Foundation, the Hustle Firm, iHeartRadio, CD Imaging, We Live Here, The Bill, STL Artworks, BGG Foundation, and Gift Artists.
Awesome. Thank you for clapping that. Those are more so our ongoing partnerships. We do have people that come in and out, like Dear Fathers, we work with them. I think this will be our second year working with them, and they kind of got connected with us from D Smooth, with his emceeing experiences. Ms. Townsend, if you don't have anything, I'm just gonna open it up for people to ask questions, and then you guys just let us know what you need from us. Shauna will be taking notes, and then we'll backtrack with you on things and stuff that you need. Yes, Liz.
Key, I have a question. I know you guys have freelancers and, what do you call them, you first send kids out,
Intern.
Intern? Yes.
Have you reached out to Gordon, the union IATSE member, or he's the union IATSE, whatever?
I'm gonna say no, because I personally don't work with the union. That's more in Murphy's kind of field. My field is.
The reason I ask is because, how do kids get started, in the union if they don't have some sort of mentor?
I don't push union. I push whatever they would want to do. So if someone from the union would like to come talk to my kids, I'm always open for that.
Well, that's
And
good.
as far as college as well, there's areas that I don't push. I allow people to come in and educate my kids, because I'm not gonna see them to the union or to college without some kind of educational background. So like.
Well, yeah, I
having
mean,
those one-on-one.
basically they come out of school. If they go to college, or if they decide to go into say, work down at the Dome. The union is gonna, they're gonna call the labor department, and call Gordon and say, what do you have?
Mhm.
So you and I need to introduce you to Gordon, because he's supposed to be at that meeting in March 15th.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell
right.
you,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I will contact Gordon. We connected years ago.
Okay.
We were trying to work on some things, and,
We do produce stuff for them, like they
Yeah.
contract and hire us for certain union things. Yes.
so, yeah, I will definitely follow up.
Because he's in all these different venues.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great introduction to the kids. Especially if they have TriCaster knowledge and experience, it's invaluable.
Yeah, very.
So I guess one of my questions I have, are there emerging technologies or trends that we should be addressing, like as educators for you guys?
I was like, yeah, I mean, because it's always changing too.
Anything remote production, live production, right now with coming out of the pandemic, it's still hybrid where they go on premise and live and remote. I mean, we're doing right now, what is it, Zoom?
Zoom.
So your kids need to know NDI for connectivity, so they can connect to the network in Microsoft Teams, Zoom, any of those conferencing live interview
Yeah,
applications.
they use Meet a lot. Yeah,
And virtual reality is like the next big thing too.
which is something that Rob.
And mixed reality, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
we don't get to the point, hopefully we don't get to the point where we have another pandemic, but we've been working with, we're starting to try to work with Summer High School on creating a virtual classroom in the MetaQuest. So like when you're at the house, you can still be amongst your classmates at home, and you can still see the teacher, communicate, and that's like a whole nother spectrum.
So how's that different from Microsoft Teams and just doing like what we're doing now?
So we're talking an actual device, MetaQuest, so like the meta world, so like it's not a Zoom, it's something similar, you need internet, you need a headset to do it, but you also need to learn how to code it to make that classroom. So it's
So
like,
think VR with the
Virtual
headsets.
reality.
Okay.
Full body
Yeah.
avatars.
full body avatars and talk.
Yeah.
And you can be able to like communicate,
Nope.
very engaging.
So another step is what Mr. Murphy has been doing. During the pandemic, his kids couldn't go to school.
Yes.
So they remoted into the TriCaster, right? Tell us about that.
And we'll do 360.
But real quick, for real, I just wanna say, all these areas that are being discussed are merging and emerging and developing right now. And they revolve around the networking and what kind of internet you actually have. And
Connectivity.
Yeah.
that connectivity
I was
is
just wondering.
everything. And out at the, out in the science world, it's way out. But they have, virtual science classes where you actually can take things and manipulate them in 3D. So all of these different things are happening. And trust me, we're in the right place to connect all of this stuff. And it does connect in teams. I just found something this morning where they're doing spatial audio, which is a big thing with me. So all of these things are creating environments that become more and more realistic for humans to share what they're thinking, feeling, etc. That's the whole point about anything remote. It has to really connect people. And that's what is really coming out now. And we stand to be able to be right in the midst, if not the lead of a lot of those technologies that are coming out.
Seth, your kids do virtual. Fine,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so like a lot of we have, for our language programs, we have 15 volunteers from Washington University that come through Zoom, and they teach 8 different languages to our kids. They're all native speakers, and we've been doing that since the pandemic.
Yeah.
As a
And
result,
flying.
flying.
I have 2 kids that flew planes, so
Yeah.
they excite me. They're in high school and they're flying planes, so.
One of
Yeah.
them about to start the program next month, or actually this month now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's-
I know, it's already there. But yeah, Jada's getting ready to as well. But we've had 12 kids that have gone through aviation courses with Wings of Hope, where they've learned how to fly drones. They've learned how to actually pilot a plane. One of them by Keyairis, who was on the team as well. Now has a full ride scholarship for a pilot's license and has flown the plane several times. And then they're actually paying for our kids to travel. So we're gonna be going to, we went to Ecuador last year with 2 of the kids, where the kids were able to learn about aviation in the international field. They struck a deal with the Waterloo Women's Association to start importing cacao. And we're getting ready to go to Tanzania to help fly medical supplies out to the Maasai people. And afterwards, we'll be in Nairobi in Kenya working with the KCB station.
Wow.
So,
So we do train his kids, and sometimes our team they travel as well.
yeah, we also got to use the docu-series.
Oh, yes.
On St. Louis civil rights. So that includes the first Black Secret Service member under John F. Kennedy, Reginald Petty, who holds the arrest record for the number of times being arrested. He was arrested 36 times in 1 year. And the state of Alabama for helping Black people to register to vote. And then afterwards went on to be directed to Africa. Dr. Boozman, who just an accomplishment that was too long to list. But she helped integrate schools and then was an economics professor at Johns Hopkins University, getting her PhD at age 22 as a Black woman in the 1960s. He then went on to be a diplomat in 20-some odd countries. It's a big pair. They all grew up on the South End of the States. And so those are now going to be part of the St. Louis school curriculum for their social studies. So kids, generation after generation, are going to know about the history of the accomplishments of people from their community.
Awesome.
So it's been a very fruitful part of our partnership.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions?
I say one last thing just about like the virtual reality thing. It also gives and creates opportunities for virtual workspaces too. So you can create these huge environments where if you have a kid that's editing, but you only have like a computer that's powerful enough with this one screen, you can create these virtual environments where they can have this huge space. They can make this space as big as they want, customize it, and it just gives more of an editing environment for some of these students that may not have been able to, be in a studio space.
And the big thing about it is accessibility. A lot of these kids can't afford the newest virtual reality. So what we do with the foundations, we bring the newest technologies and we bring the Apple, VR headset, we bring the metaverse. We partner with T-Rex, they have a virtual reality studio in their facility. We partner with them and we talk about how you can be able to drive box trucks. Some kids want to learn about being a box truck driver. It's a simulator where you can drive a truck without actually driving a truck. But also more things about hands-on learning opportunities through VR. So it's the now, but we're trying to make it happen now for a lot of people.
And the last thing I would say is the device that they all have in their hands and working and creating vertical content. It's, I don't know if you would say that's emerging, but it's definitely like the main thing now and easy to create, as some platforms push towards seeing that vertical content instead. So just being able to, like, for the students to learn to create professional content on their phones because it's possible, we should definitely, like, that should be something that we're teaching for sure.
Quinn Sante, have you guys connected with Tech STL? Okay, you know Emily? Okay, because I went to last April, they had a thing down in the Armory. As I found out that Maryville University is getting $100 million grant.
Yeah.
To build a brand new.
Well, they got an esports facility, they got a stadium.
Esports, yeah.
Yeah. We
So are you, is there involved in some of that?
Yeah, we got students getting scholarships.
Sure.
Yeah.
All of the schools have an esports team too, because I know McKinley has an esports team. Yeah.
Esports and games is not the same, so I'll be telling a lot of schools like, yeah, you got a space for kids to game, but is it really putting money in their pocket? Is it really coming with scholarships? So we actually bring the universities, we bring the gaming industry to these spaces to watch these kids, have skills, and if they're good enough, they can get a scholarship or a sponsorship.
Yeah, they can do coding too, I mean,
That's the same thing.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I work in TV news, and I think that vertical video is really important, not just if they want to be content creators in terms of like telling stories, but even like nonprofits need a storyteller. You know what I mean? So there's no generation that knows how to film on these cell phones, like, your high schoolers at this point right now. And they probably don't even realize how lucrative that could be for them, right? Because they can end up running social media for anywhere across anything. I used to be in local news and I used to film entire packages on my iPhone. So that doesn't matter. I also say from a TV perspective, like, we need producers. So the more that like high school students get, because I feel like being on camera seems really fancy, and it can be, but frankly, the money's behind the scenes. And there's a lot of opportunity in producing. I'm the VP of an ABJ here, and we run a free minority student journalism workshop at Webster University's Communication School every year in the fall. And for 5 weeks, we bring the city's top Black journalists to them to teach them how to do a package or write an article or do podcasting, radio, and hopes to introduce them to, journalism, right?
Yeah.
And it's great because then we end up, like, I've written like so many references for college and scholarships because we want that to be lifelong connections. So
The more hands-on experience that we can give to the kids, the better, because they may think they want to work on a camera, but they haven't worked on a camera to see if they want to do that.
So
maybe they're better on the phone, like,
and that's why it's important to us. So like, Webster allows us to use all of that. I don't know if any of you've been in their new journalism school. It's insane. It's
that big wall to wall and all.
Yeah. It's amazing. So they give us full access to their cameras, tripods, all of their production capabilities in there. And we bring in the reporters to teach them how to do it. So, and that's free and hands-on.
trying to make those that. Just to piggyback kind of off of that, D, with him working with the Battle Hogs and then some other production, like, he's a host, but he also trains the kids on, like, they need to learn how to speak.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many kids that don't know how to talk and just introduce themselves, so that is a requirement when we do go out, like, you have to introduce yourself, you have to say first, last name, what you're interested in, and everything like that. D, if you want to speak on some productions that we've done with the kids out in the field.
I'll speak on the most recent.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I'm his manager as well, my bad. So you'll see me act like a mom real quick, slash manager.
So I'll speak on the last one we did, and it's Kids Who Go International, and we partnered with the Greensburg Arts Foundation. They had a project where they were showcasing a local photographer. And what we did was we interviewed some of the kids interviewed some of the people who were there. They interviewed the poet who was gonna move forward. And I interviewed a young man, 5 years old, who wrote a book.
No, 5 years old.
Yeah.
And so some of the kids, like, my kid, they have, the personality to be in front of the camera. And some of them, they know they have a personality behind the camera. So, working with them to kind of shift them in every direction, right? Switching them to be in front of the camera, switching them to be behind the camera, switching them to interview people, and actually teach them how to pose questions, right? How to be interested in who you're talking to and really figure out and dive deep in what they have talking about each and every thing, right? So we did that. And last, we did an internship day with Blues, where we got to go around and see what whole production is, right? A game that costs $50,000 to put on, seeing the Jumbotron, seeing everything, every component of how it takes to put every single thing on, from the host, from the production team, to market around to understanding who is supposed to be in the session, talking to the production manager about what times is supposed to go, how stiff it is for to squeeze a message in there or to do anything. And the kids learned so much that day, and it was just
Hopes for a fundraiser next month, with the same little hoping, so that's still in the works a little bit. Do I have any more questions? Okay, if not, if you guys want, has everyone filled out the form? So I can have your contact information, just share it with each other. Cool, if you have not, just, oh, yeah. No, you can do it, your phone now. If you have not, you can just, see Shonda, she'll put some information in there, or you can get online and fill out the form. But as we move into the spring, summer, I'm really more so looking at the summer and the fall to get you guys whatever you need from us, definitely with connecting with interns and whatever field that is. Shoot me an email or you can voice that right now. Let me see if this time has anything else before we leave.
So the success story, the Blues, for instance,
yes.
they had Andrew Abrams, who went to the Las Vegas Golden Knights last year. Okay, or 5 years ago. The Las Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. They have 2 TriCasters. They also, Andrew Abrams used to be working at St. Louis, the Blues. He just won the sports story of all time this year. Telling his story remotely through the TriCaster of the Las Vegas Golden Knights. It was voted among his peers for the year. He had the best sports story that he told, basically, because they meet, they have what's called Sports Video Group, FEG, and they met in Las Vegas, and they voted this story the #1 for last year. Seriously, wow. And he had 2 TriCasters. And they're remote, they're not even in the stadium, they have a practice facility. Pretty cool stuff.
Just so you guys know, we do There you go. Cool. You can do a walk and pan and then just tell me about the space. Did you guys have questions about the space as of right now?
I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna put Consanta on blast. Only because our story goes way back years ago. We went all over the St. Louis area, broadcasting football games. Later on, Key joined in, and I'm only saying that because this was like in what?
2012 to
No,
before that.
no, this was 19, what was it? It was about 2007 and 2019.
First training was
Yeah.
29 was our freshman year, so
14. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Freshman year was 14, 15 was my
Yeah.
freshman year. So.
My point is this, one of the main reasons I retired was to concentrate on my music. And when Santa was president down at Kwame T Beats, and he was actually able to record me actually presenting something. And he did a little clip where he put some stuff together, and it was awesome. I'm only saying that because to me, it is about storytelling and the interaction between humans when there is storytelling. And I'm gonna do this commercial real quick. You heard of Sting, right? You heard of Sting. Who hasn't heard of Sting? Which Sting? Right. There's Sting or the
Sting Dick?
About the way they talk about science technology. Well, the problem is they don't have it in the right sequence. Yeah. To me, it should be some teeth. And I'm gonna tell you why real quick. Science is asking questions. Math is making connections. Technology is designing solutions. Engineering is creating solutions. And art is sharing those solutions amongst humans. So to me, the sequence is critical because we're really talking about a human problem-solving continuum. Now, until you see it like that, it's not somewhere else, it's here all the time. And when we're telling these stories, we are sharing those things with other humans. That's the art of it. So what we do in communications is everything. And it's all about making sure these young people got something to believe in about this whole world and this nebulous thing called global democracy is possible. That's the whole point. And that's the kind of stories I really want to tell. And I got so damn many songs. It's ridiculous, you know. And all my life, I've been connecting things so other people can tell their stories. And I'm saying, I got some stories. I got a song about that. I wrote that thing, when here it goes. I can do that literally all 24/7. But I'm telling you, I was so proud. You don't know how proud I was, and the stuff we did in this city.
And still doing.
And we're still doing it. Everything you heard today, we still doing it. That's all I gotta say today.
It's so important for us, like, we're all building and trying to grow the things that we're doing, but when we decide to retire, or even want to take a break, we want these things to continue to be sustainable. The only way that can happen is if we pour into the youth and educate them on multiple areas, whether it's in the media or not in the media, training them and having them exposed to so many hands-on things is so important. No questions for the space?
No.
As of right now, cool. We're gonna go back in there. You guys can grab some drinks, some food. And then Shonda or Ms. Holland will be sending out an email by the end of the day today. Everybody.
The next meeting that we have to have, because the district for our Perkins funding, we get things so
We're supposed to have changes. I know, but it can be virtual. The next.
That's cool, that's cool. That's
cool.
cool.
This is it, right? Because just an hour of their time, and they grab it.
Yep, sure done.
And bingo, doesn't have. It's such a cool house. I mean.
Mr. Williams, did you have any questions?
No, I don't. Any information I would probably want to know about, I'll definitely give you guys a call or ask Miss.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry you missed the
I
food.
appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, bye.